So let's jump into our first topic. This week, Joker 2 is officially out, and Penguin is about to air its third episode this weekend on Sunday. When you guys are hearing this on the main YouTube, it's tonight. And this might be a prime example of how to do things right with one character the right way through and through, while the other is a complete botchery and did not understand anything, which, of course, we're talking about Joker 2. I unfortunately saw the film. Um, it turns out I'm more positive on the film than most people, which is shocking, and I still hate the film. So
Was you as high as the Joker?
I wish I went in there and I was like, edible out of my mind. But my God, like it's one thing when the people love the first film, right? Sure, some people took that character of Arthur Fleck Joker as like their version of Joel from the video games The Last of Us. We're like, no, he's right. He's a hero figure. In the
Mm.
sequel, the whole point of this film is Todd Phillips slapping you in the face, going, I hate this character. I hate that I'm making a sequel. I hate that you don't understand the Joker. You're all terrible people. He's literally insulting the most hardcore fan base. It is a sight to behold, honestly. Like, I was shocked at this film.
So we've got an incel civil war going on there.
It is
Classic.
Classic. I don't want to spoil too much of it, and obviously I think most people know, like, their spoilers are out there. It is what it is. But that's why I want to talk about it and compare it to Penguin, because everyone I know who's watching Penguin, I've convinced a couple people that didn't even like the Batman. They were like, it's not my thing. I was like, just watch Penguin. And they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm like, yes, it is.
I've only seen the first episode. I'm currently behind.
Oh man,
bro, the second episode is so insane.
It's so good. It's so good.
I expect it, to be honest. First episode was great. So
Matt Reeves don't fail. That's what I figured out. He's got it here, and
I mean, he's failed with Clayface because he ain't getting Clayface.
Yeah, James Gunn's probably going to do that in his universe just to give us a big old clay monster. So when it comes to Penguin, I guess we'll talk a little bit about the first episode since we've all seen it and dabble a little bit in the second episode. I think for me, the vibe of everything that they're doing just lands. Like, even if you don't know anything about the DC universe or the Batman, the film can still onboard you and you understand it, which is that's a tall task to do for a character like Penguin, but hey, they pull it off pretty effectively. So
I'll say it doesn't bog itself down or anything, so
no,
it's all good. I'm happy with what they're doing with it. That I've seen so
yeah.
far.
I mean, the cast is great. Like,
well, the way the show is shot is so good.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't actually seen it yet because I've been so busy, but from the clips and stuff that I have seen with some of the interviews, it seems pretty well made, and it's a little I should say it's like it not being or from what others are saying is that it's ashamed of being in a comic book movie. I'm more interested in it technically doing its own thing for the most part, because it doesn't interest me to when I do eventually would want to sit down and watch it when I have the time.
I think it's weird because the people involved with the series, they were like, we don't consider this a comic book show. And I'm like, I get what you're trying to say, but your messaging is wrong. Like, you worded it wrong, and that's unfortunately taken on different, like, hey, look, people on the internet can take something somebody says and twist into what it's not. Who would have thunk it, right? Like, it's
because like, for example, like this is like a really small spoiler, like really small. So like the whole thing of Cobblepot is being called Ozcob, like Ozcob or whatever, right? But his mom literally calls him Cobblepot. I'm like, bro, I was like, all these fans lost it for no reason for them to still say his name.
That's why I never. When that came out, it's just like he's obviously doing like a tone thing, right? Like you call Tony Tone in like the gangster movies. It's clearly that. Like, why is a guy like Penguin gonna be wanting to be called Oswald Cobblepot? Like, you're not gonna have that, so you're gonna shorten it somehow. And you're gonna play off that like gangster trope of doing everything.
Yeah,
like, that was obvious from the start.
yeah. Again,
Yeah.
like, I think, again, I suggest anybody who's listening to this, go watch it if you haven't. If you're deciding between Joker or anything else, go watch Penguin. You're better off not buying a ticket to Joker 2 and just getting HBO for however long to just watch this series.
I know everyone's watching Agatha, but take time out of Agatha to go watch Penguin.
I mean, they are on. Shockingly, they're on even numbers. Like they're both doing like literally comparable to one another, which means
no, wasn't Penguin like half of what Agatha had?
Yes, but
Agatha's like 11.9. Penguin was like 4.
Yeah, but it's because they counted the first 2 episodes of Agatha instead of just 1 for Penguin. So it's
that's what you get when you only drop 1 episode. No, it's not Agatha's fault. No.
So, and now we have revealed to people how Netflix calculates 730 million minutes viewed.
Yeah.
But you're like, what does this mean? Exactly. Look, both shows are great. I highly recommend them. We all highly recommend them, honestly. Besides maybe Ricardo, he's a grifter, so I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly. So check that out, everybody. Well, I'll talk a little bit more about Joker next week, and that'll be the last I try to talk about it for a long time.
I don't intend to see it, so I can't really say much apart from I don't give a fuck.
That is a good call. That is a good call to not see it. So
wait, how long is the film, if I may
Too
ask?
long.
It felt long. I'm not sure. Maybe 2-ish hours.
2-ish hours of a musical?
Yeah.
Not a musical. They just express their thoughts that they can't say through dialogue, through the medium of song.
Exactly. Come on, Ricardo. Come on.
Damn, I need to grift harder.
It's 2 hours and 20 minutes, apparently. 2 hours and 18 minutes.
Okay, well, it felt way longer, so that's how I feel about it.
I can imagine.
Uh-huh.
The first movie out felt like a goddamn week. So.
Oh, it did. It did. With